1 month remains till the people of Delhi cast their mandate on the 5th of February 2025. This time, Arvind Kejriwal, the national convener of the I.N.D.I party, is eyeing a third term as the chief minister. The Congress, on the other hand, is hoping to make a comeback. Meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party is banking on its double-engine pitch, and the political arena continues to heat up. On one hand, cracks are appearing in the India Bloc, as Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav and Uddhav Thackeray have thrown their weight behind Arvind Kejriwal. They have backed the AAP over the Congress party. Meanwhile, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has chimed in as well. He has pointed out that no India Alliance meeting is being organised, so there is no clarity about leadership or the agenda. He has also called to wind up the alliance. On the other hand, the verbal spat between the BJP and the AAP continues. Whether on the voters list, reservations for the Jat community or the seat Arvind Kejriwal is contesting on, a multi-front face-off is ongoing. As the war of words continues to commence, 1.55 crore Delhiites are waiting to ink their finger next month. We ask what will sway them, and is it time to focus on the real issues plaguing our Delhi? We'll talk about that with our guest. Joining us on the show is Shikha Rai, BJP spokesperson. Dr. Onika Malhotra, Congress spokesperson, joins us on the program. Arnab Mitra, Aam Party spokesperson, also joins us on the program. And last but by no means the least, Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, joins us on the program as well. Welcome everyone. Shikha Rai, I'll begin with you. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. What do you think is going to be the Delhi Wala's mandate this time around? Do you think they are tired of all the politics that is raging on between the BJP and the Aam party? Do you think they are tired of how Delhi has deteriorated in a number of ways? And of course, not to forget, the perennial pollution problems not going away, even though the Aam party controls Punjab, a state which they blamed for the reason why Delhi was polluted. Where do you stand on this?
Yes, I think there are all these reasons that you have, said now. Not one or two, but I think most of the factors, and above that, there are many other factors which would count in this coming elections. And people of Delhi are suffering, It's not that these are just issues or something which we want to portray, but the fact is that people of Delhi are suffering. They've suffered during COVID, and thereafter also, they are continuously suffering, be it water, be it electricity, be it pollution, be it the medical facilities in the hospitals, everything, be it even the salaries, of the departments, of various departments, be it the MCD itself. I think on every count, since Aam Aadmi Party has failed as a government, rather, I think they have left the people of Delhi on their own fate and have their own agenda. Once they came in power, they had their own agendas, because the leader itself is not around, and when he is in his more Mahatvakanksha is after this, that he is going to be the now having chief minister of the other governments, other states, and he's always moving around in other states and not looking after the Delhi. And all the ministers, one by one, either in corruption or in any other issues, were in jail for the last 1.5 years. And, there is total chaos. There is no government-like thing in this Delhi. That's why these are all the factors that would definitely count in this election. And people are going to vote against Aam Aadmi Party for a better change, which they have made up their minds on.
That the people of Delhi have made up their mind. They are not going to vote for the Aam Aadmi Party. The Mohalla clinic and the school model is not enough to sustain the promises that were made at the start of the 2 terms that the Aam Aadmi Party is going to complete. Mr. Mitra.
Firstly, I would like to say this, that Shikha ma'am has completely, I agree with her on this note, that the people of Delhi are suffering. And the people of Delhi are suffering just because of the Gali Galoj party. What BJP has on their cards, they are just abusing our leaders. Their leaders are abusing the women of Delhi, and they have no agenda. What the government of Aam Aadmi Party has delivered is brilliant governance. We set up a model of healthcare system, world-class education system. We focused on the empowerment of women. be it free bus ride for women, be it registering marshals on every bus, be it registering the highest number of CCTV cameras in Delhi. And now we all know that the women of Delhi is going to get 2,100 per month after this election once Aam Aadmi Party is voted to power. So we have the agendas. We are working on generating employments via programs like Business Blasters. So we have a visionary Aam Aadmi Party versus Gali Galoch Party. Their only agenda is to abuse our leaders, to abuse the voters of Delhi, to abuse the women. And they are doing nothing else. Apart from this, the most primary question that I would like to ask Shikha ma'am is that if not Kejriwal, then who? Who is your CM face? I would like to show this on your channel. They must now come up with the CM face. They don't have a face even. So when they don't have even a face, a CM face, and they are trying to contest election, what message they are circulating? Another thing I would like to add that she told that our leaders were in jail due to corruption. No, ma'am. I must rectify you on this point. Our leaders were not in jail due to corruption. Our leaders were in jail because they are honest. The Bharatiya Jhuta Party has filed false cases against us. And why I'm telling this, those cases are false? Because the ED and CBI has investigated all the cases for more than 2.5 years, and they got a big zero. A big zero. I'm repeating, a big zero. What you have got? So that means you have to accept that the BJP government is trying to manipulate all the agencies, which we know is very much true. And another thing you have to say this that Amit Shah is incompetent as home minister, because if the incompetent BJP government is investigating with all the agencies that they have, with all the provisions that they have, and they still got nothing, that means there was no corruption. Our leaders were put to jail just to satisfy the vindictive nature of Bharatiya Jhuta Party and Gali Galoch Party.
Let's also get a word in from Dr. Anika Malhotra on this. Dr. Anika Malhotra, it seems that the love affair the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress had during the Lok Sabha elections, and of course some other assembly elections has withered away. When it comes to one's Karma Bhumi, it seems that the Aam Aadmi Party has once again proven that it can survive without you. Is this the politics of opportunity that the Congress Party stands for?
Begin my comment by saying, sir, that Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, they were instrumental in devastating Delhi. They have looted and plundered Delhi. Why I say that with conviction is that the Bharatiya Janata Party had the MCT under their belt for good 15 years. They could never make it to Vidhan Sabha, but they had the MCT under their fold. And look what they did from garbage to Yamuna. They have messed it completely. There was kuda all over. Aam Aadmi came and they said, केंद्र में तो मोदी जी, स्टेट में केजरीवाल, हमें बीजेपी दे दो, and look what we will do, we'll clear everything, we'll clear the garbage and we'll clear the Jamuna, we'll have a dubki during the festive season. See how they have done. So when I say this, I say with conviction that people of Delhi now remember the developmental work as well as the schemes that became for women, or for girls, or for the elderly, all that collaborated together, the development as well as the welfare schemes, that led to a good breathing Delhi. They have not only messed with the environment, sir, putting the blame on Punjab or Haryana, wherever, or fighting constantly with the LG. So the war of words were always between the center and the state. Look, we can't mess with Delhi like that. Delhi shows the way. And for how long can you manipulate? And for how long can you, sorry to say, the schemes that they came up, you're calling them bravery and stuff like that. Are they beggars? Are people of Delhi beggars that you're obliging them? No, you're supposed to be looking after their welfare. You have not done that. You know the people from all over the state come to Delhi. The drainage, the pipes, the water line, you name it. Nothing has been done whatsoever. They came with tall claims, sir, having more schools. They only did whitewash. I don't want to use the word makeup, but they just camouflaged the old buildings, put on tiles and furniture, and then they said they made no schools. No, the dropout rates have gone higher than what we did in Delhi. So that is why I say with conviction that people of Delhi now want back the same clean, clear Delhi which Sheila Dikshit gave them, and the development done by Sheila ji was so well planned. Sir, you can't wait for calamities to happen and then work on it. You can't say, oh, floods are again, now we'll do the pipeline. Or the rains have come and the silting had to be done. These things has to be done well in advance. If you have a visionary leader, only then. I believe that for the lust of power, both the parties have messed with Delhi. And they are going to repay this time in the election very badly by the voters, and you will see a clear victory of Congress.
All right, Mr. Himanshu Bhatt, though you're not a resident of Delhi, but you've seen Delhi during Sheila Dikshit's time as well, and you have seen Delhi for the past 10 years as well. But all the decadence, for the lack of a better word, that has taken place in Delhi, the voters' mind has not been, in fact, fluctuating when it comes to voting for the I.N.D.I party. Do you think that this time around, that jinx is going to be broken? And if so, why?
There will be some changes, but let me tell you a few things factually what all the people were talking, and this gentleman keeps on showing the poster.
Mr. Mitra, let's please stick to the questions that the anchor is asking. Go on, sir.
Yeah, Supreme Court was very clear in granting the bail. As a journalist, it's my duty to tell people, not mislead. Supreme Court was very clear till the charges are absolved. Correct. The charges are still not gone. So you cannot call yourself, free and this and that. You have done nothing.
They're not exonerated.
The court has reserved their verdict. They have been granted bail. That does not mean they are not guilty. At the same time, they are not. They are guilty. I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is they are still not out of the woods. So talking all this, and Supreme Court has very clearly said you cannot go to CN's office and sign files. How are we talking of Kejriwal's face here?
Correct.
That's very, very important, and people must know this. As far as the Delhi living standards and other things are concerned, people are talking so many things. I moved across India, I live in another part of India, and I can bet on it. What I wanted to see of my capital, my country's capital, is not even an iota of it what is now. What I used to see was some improvement. But then, in last 10, 12 years, oh God, it has gone from bad to worse. And when we are talking of mohalla clinics and schools and other things, I would very kindly advise, get out of the well. Get out of the well like a frog. Go into the ocean of India and see the primary schools which are there in other states. I can recommend you certain places. Go and witness yourself. You need not do anything. Tom-tomming and setting a narrative, propagating certain things is very good. Aam Party is very good in that. I would accept that. But it was the same Kejriwal who was talking when Sheila Dikshit was the chief minister. He says, how does she use 6 ACs? How many ACs are you using right now, sir? You were telling I will use only 1 ambassador and 2-bedroom flat. What are you using now? So let's not talk about
Mr. Mitra, would you like to respond to that? What happened to that pledge that Arvind Kejriwal took about moving around in a wagon-R, staying in his flat in Vaishali, making roads in Delhi equivalent to what we see in Europe, having lakes and ponds all around. The only lakes and ponds that we get to see are the ones that are created when it rains and it pours in Delhi.
Well, I would first like to respond to Himanshu, sir. I must tell him that please share me the links and the names of the primary schools that you are talking about. If we are propagating this, go to the streets of Delhi and you will come to understand from the public, from the general people of Delhi, how much satisfied they are with the development of the schools and the healthcare. And you are simply denying that. I don't know. This is clearly absurd. This seems to be clearly absurd. And another thing is, I have not commented anything on the court's verdict. Rather, what I emphasized on is what the CBI and ED did. Investigating after 2.5 years.
No. You said CM. You said Kejriwal is CM face.
Mr. Batra, Mr.
the
Mitra.
court has absolved him of all charges.
Mr.
And
Mitra,
it's not the
Mr.
court,
Mitra,
and this
okay.
is not right for a political party.
One second.
Yeah.
Mr. Mitra, would you like to respond to the questions I asked you as well, please?
Definitely, I will respond to that. But
Well, we don't have that kind of time. We don't have that kind of time. You have to respond to the questions that the anchor is asking, Mr. Mitra. You have to respond to the questions that the anchor is asking. You can't answer the questions that another panelist is asking you. Please answer my questions or I'll go to Shikhar Rai.
Come again, please. Come again.
Okay, Shikhar Rai, well, the Aam Aadmi Party has often accused the central government as well for, failing their attempts to renovate as well as elevate Delhi to the next level. How would you respond to that? And I'm sure if I'm going to ask anybody from the Aam Aadmi Party, these are some of the excuses that are going to pop up. How do you respond to that? The central government also operates out of Delhi. Why is it still in such a bad shape?
See, I tell you, these are this kind of statement as to center has not, allowed them or agreed to them on their many proposals. I would like to ask them, when they approve of such kind of proposals as to give 2100, as to give 18,000, as to give reservation, as to give bus marshal, did they ask the center on it? Or was there any policy by the state government?
What are you saying?
What am I saying? Just listen to that, what I'm saying, Monica ji. I'm just saying as to when they make all these statements, is center is still there when are approving of these 200 unit Bijli Pani, everybody center is still there. Just let me please complete, Monica ji. What I'm saying is, whatever they want to throw to the people, they're throwing it. Irrespective of the fact that center is still there. Center does not object to any of their statements or any of their schemes. How do they say that center is objecting? Okay, Mr. Mitra, you're smiling at this, but just put across this one wherein center has objected to any of your welfare policies.
Ma'am, do you know for how many days, as you have asked me to come in, do you know for how many days the file for installing CCTV cameras was stuck?
Oh my God, those CCTV cameras who were
you cannot say this.
All right, Mr. Mitra, I'll come to you. Mr. Mitra, hold on. Mr. Mitra, hold on. Shikhar Rai, hold on 1 second, please. I want Anika Malhotra to come in. Anika ji, you wanted to respond to Shikhar. Go ahead.
Sir, there are many state subjects which the Chief Minister has authority to do it. The state center has nothing to do it. But when it comes to other things, all the powers have been delegated now to LG. So the LG is responsible for clearing many files.
Yes, let them come up with the welfare schemes. LG would pass.
Shikhar ji, there are certain jurisdiction which the CM has and the majorly jurisdiction which LG has. No, LG has been obstructing.
No,
that has been, ma'am. No, ma'am. When they want you to send the teachers abroad, hold on, Shikhar ji.
Okay, Shikhar ji, let her make a point. Shikhar ji, let her make a point. I'll come to you. There's no point interjecting like this. We will not get to hear either of you. Shikhar, I'll come to you. Let Anika make her point. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Anika ji.
Small incident when the teachers were sent abroad for experiential learning. They were stopped at that, Shikhar ji.
Correct.
As small as that.
I remember that.
As small as that. Look, leave on the major things. So Shikhar ji, you people are instrumental in stopping. Look, ma'am, let me complete for a minute.
What,
look,
ma'am,
you have
corruption.
Oh my God, you have been
Shikhar ji, I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Shikhar ji, I'll give you an opportunity to respond, please. We are not going to get anywhere. We also have a paucity of time. Let her make her point. Shikhar ji, I'll come back to you immediately. Anika ji, complete your point.
Sir, to Shikhar ji, I would like to respond, sir, that they have the audacity of dismantling an elected government. Many places. Look what they did in Maharashtra. Look what they did in Goa. So they are responsible, sir. So the black sheep is the Bharatiya Janata Party who always has created mischief up the sleeves. They have never allowed an elected government.
One example. It cannot be a simple statement.
In Maharashtra,
it cannot be a simple statement. Yes, what has happened in Maharashtra?
You have ruined.
People have voted for BJP in Maharashtra.
Ma'am, my dear friend,
what has happened? Yes. My dear friend, you look into your back when during the Lok Sabha elections you were fighting together with Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, Anika ji, 1 second. Anika ji, 1 second. Anika ji, 1 second. Okay, Shikhar ji, please go on. Shikhar ji, make your point. Shikhar ji, make your point. Shikhar ji, make your point now. All right, Shikhar ji, make your point.
That you refuse to believe the mischief that you do.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You've made your point, Anika ji. You've made your point. Let her respond now. Let's be fair. Anika ji, you've made your point. Shikhar, go ahead.
See, what I'm saying is, Anika ji is trying to say that BJP or center is objecting. I would like to now remember
Well, she's in the opposition. Obviously, she's going to say that. She's in the opposition. She's obviously going to say that.
She has to say that because she's in the opposition. I know that. But I think we must remember here that 2013 when the Congress government was deep into corruption. That is why Aam Aadmi Party during
name the corruption. Shikha, my friend, name the corruption. Prove the corruption, my dear friend.
Okay.
No, don't just go on wagging like that, my dear friend.
What
please.
What proof?
Give us the proof, ma'am. You went to CG.
Okay, we cannot have this argument just between two spokesperson. I'm sorry. I want Mr. Bhatt also to come in. Mr. Bhatt.
Sad.
Let me get out of this political mudslinging, which is going on and which will go on for 30 days. I am convinced of that. What I want to understand is the common people of Delhi, the common women of Delhi, people, everybody is saying, they have done so much for women, so much for women.
Mr. Bhatt, do you think it's the common people for the Aam Aadmi Party or is the common voter for the Aam Aadmi Party that matters?
See, actually nobody matters. The reason is, if someone mattered for someone, then instead of giving 1 for 1 free on liquor, they would have given 1 sachet or a 1 packet of milk or 1 packet of milk free.
True.
That would have been something welfareism. But they did not do so. Because they were getting some money and court has gone on to the extent of saying 434 crores.
Okay.
Aam Aadmi Party is made a party into that case. And here he has the audacity to sit here. I'm irritated only because of that. Because they try to set this sort of narratives and they talk nonsense. That is what the problem is. And that is why people on the street, Arvind Kejriwal has to go on the streets and accept कि ये खड्डे मुझे और 5 साल दो मैं फिर मैं पूरूंगा. For 10 years he's done nothing. And he's talking about so many things. See, BJP has their own problems. Let them have their own problems. Congress wants to come back. But on what face? The topic today given to us was the rift in the N.D.I alliance. Here they are talking about things, which BJP, Congress and...
Well, Mr. Bhatt, we have in fact brought that topic alive on this discussion because you can see the dissent, right? You can see the dissent of not getting along. Mr. Mitra, how do you respond to this? Obviously, every time a debate is going to happen when it comes to why people should vote for you, your virtues are definitely going to be ignored and it's your vices that are going to be put under the spotlight. You haven't addressed the pollution issue, the infrastructure issues, the law and order issue, which I understand law and order is under the central government, the police is under the central government, but there were certain promises made by your government, there were certain promises that were made, there were certain accusations made by your government as well towards other states. Now you rule those states and those problems still persist. How do you respond?
Look, we have worked on pollution. We have worked on cleaning the Yamuna. But let me remind you that our leaders has the guts to go it on out and accept the fact that we need still time to do them. They have accepted it. But what we are fighting election on behalf is what we have delivered. Look, you cannot simply ignore that the Mohalla clinics are up and running. Crores of people are getting benefited out of those. The hospitals are in a very good state. Please do not interrupt, ma'am. I would request you. I have not interrupted you during your time. So the government hospitals are doing great. The education system. Look, just give me let me illustrate you with an example. When the former American president came to India and visited the school, the Narendra Modi-led government had to show them a Delhi
Sir, why did Shishodiya ji go to a private hospital? Why not the government hospital for treatment?
Let me finish, ma'am.
Why did Kejriwal go Bangalore
Ma'am, let me finish.
Why not in Delhi? Why not in a government Mohalla clinic?
So basically what she is trying to do,
what she is trying to do.
Alright, okay, Anika ji, let him
BJP.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
Have you seen
why
the
should we
long
going to talk wrong
on the government
Okay, alright, okay, let him finish his point. Let him finish his point. Anika ji, Shikha ji, Anika ji and Shikha ji, he did not intervene. Please hand it out to him. Let him make his point. I'll come to you. Mr. Mitra, go on.
We are on a mission to make India #1. We are on a mission. Our leader has a mission. World-class education is just a step towards making India a developed country.
by
World-class
आपका
healthcare
तीन-
system is the need of the hour.
Okay, really?
What Aam Aadmi Party
But
has given
Mr.
is
Mitra,
just the
Mr.
basic
Mitra,
amenities.
the success of one faculty does not mean the complete annihilation or ignorance of the other faculties of any city or town for that matter. I understand education and mohalla clinics have done well, but Delhi has deteriorated when it comes to kachra. Delhi has deteriorated when it comes to pollution. Delhi has deteriorated when it comes to management of the civil society. But of course, that is for the people to decide when they go out and vote for you. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. I'd like to thank all my guests for being a part of this important conversation. All right, on that note, we're going to dip into a short break. We'll be right back.